Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the debut of our Facebook Live series. We're so glad that you are joining us today. And as we promised, it's going to be short, 5 to 10 minutes. So let's get started. I'm Carlos Briano. I'm the Public Information Officer for the Drug Enforcement Administration. And today we're going to be talking about responsible medication storage. So let's start with a definition. Prescription is a legal document written by a medical professional that allows pharmacies to give you a specific medication for a patient. Prescription medications can only be received from a pharmacist. Over-the-counter medications are medications that can be bought and used without a doctor's prescription. So why are we going to talk about safe medication storage? So there's a lot of data out there that opioid overdose doesn't only happen to those using opioids illegally. We're talking about in New Mexico, for example, 2 out of 3 people overdose. There's drug overdose deaths in New Mexico in 2018 involved an opioid. And in 2018, a New Mexican died from a drug overdose every 18 hours. So those statistics are alarming. And so we want to make sure that that's something we're aware of. In Southwest New Mexico, which is where Doña Ana is, 9 to 12th graders, these are high school students. Students reported improperly using prescription pain medications, 19% of them. So that's like 1 out of 5. That's a very alarming statistic. So let's lock up our medications. We want to encourage you today to purchase a lockbox or a bag. It's available in many stores for as little as $10. You can buy them at Walgreens, at Walmart, Staples, Amazon. It's very important that you do not just secure the medication, but that you lock it up. Would you know if one of your opioids was missing? That's the question we want you to think about right now. We recently had a member of the community tell us that she had a bottle of codeine, that's the liquid opioid, stolen from her home. She had it on the counter. Her grandson came to visit her, and his friends were with him. And after they departed, she couldn't figure out what had happened to it. So that's the reason we want to lock up the medications. Purchase a box. We highly encourage you to lock it, put it in a bag, and store it as you're using it. Empowerment. We want to empower New Mexicans. 42% of community members reported locking up their painkillers in a locked box or cabinet, but we hope that you will do so as well. We want to get that 42% a little bit higher. So the members of the UP Coalition they're watching the comments right now. I want us to go back to the first slide. Sorry, members of the UP Coalition, I jumped out of order a little bit. So let's go back to the very first one, which is what are opioids? Sorry about that. One more, if you can skip that. So a prescription opioid is legal. You can get it legally from a doctor can prescribe it. You can go pick it up from a prescription, and they're made for a reason. Those opioids are made to help moderate severe pain or even moderate pain. But the scary part is that medication also boosts feelings of pleasure. That's why a lot of people abuse these opioids. So I want to talk a little bit about heroin. Heroin is an illegal drug, highly addictive. Most people have heard of it, but it's actually processed from morphine, which is a legal medication. These opioids that are prescriptions can be obtained via patches, via liquids, and even injectables. Now we can skip to that very last slide, members of the UP Coalition. I apologize. So these are a bunch of coalitions throughout southern New Mexico that specialize in what we're talking about now here, and we highly encourage you to connect with many of them. You can see on the screen, you can follow them on social media. We encourage you to get important information about ways to keep your family safe, especially when it comes to these substances. So I highly encourage you, look on the screen, follow one of them, get connected with them. They put out wonderful information. And then lastly, we want to remind you about the series. It's going to be happening every Thursday in English and every Wednesday in Spanish. We're going to have lots of topics and different speakers. Next week, we're going to have Amy Myers presenting on how to talk to your youth about these drug issues. It's at the same time via the same platform, so we highly encourage you to tune in for this wonderful topic next week.